Hola a todos, bienvenida a la transmisión de Ball State Universidad. Hoy tenemos Overwatch 2 para ti. Es la Universidad de Ball State y la Universidad de Toledo. Soy Wyatt o Libby Baby y mi amigo de la mesa es...
And my name's Zane, aka Pokey Penguin.
Right.
And we got some Overwatch for you guys tonight. And maybe some more Spanish.
Maybe. Posiblemente. Yeah, you know, I had to get permission from the back room to do. I wanted to do an intro in Spanish one time. We did it. If there's anyone who speaks fluent Spanish watching, sorry for the probable grammatic mistakes I made. But anyway, yes, if you didn't understand anything I just said, we have Ball State versus Toledo in Overwatch. And yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, Ball State having a pretty good Overwatch season so far. I mean, undefeated?
Yeah,
Like,
undefeated. It's been pretty crazy. You have seen Overwatch once this week on Tuesday. It was against Akron, which we're just not really going to talk about. It was a very good match for Ball State. Total domination. Great to see. Pretty much our biggest two competitors this year have been NEU and Miami, Ohio, and those matches have passed for now. So it is going to be maybe not easy. You never know what a team is going to come out with. I mean, Toledo today could come out swinging. You never know. But yeah, like NEU and Miami Ohio are definitely really big Overwatch rivals that are just like really, really good teams. But yeah, we have Toledo today. So let's see what Toledo has for us.
Yeah, I don't really know too well about how Toledo's doing in the season right now. But I mean, going up against Ball State having an undefeated season right now, I mean, they must be feeling a little pressure.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we don't know right now. Let's bring out the entirety of University of Toledo to explain their feelings.
We actually have the entire University of Toledo here.
They're all here.
But anyway.
They're right behind the camera.
They are
You
right
just
behind
can't
the
see them.
camera.
You just
They
can't
are
see them.
watching us. But we also have other matches going on in the ESC tonight of Overwatch. Here comes the annual tradition of, I don't know if you know the logos better than I do.
No.
I don't know them at all. So we have Ball State and Toledo, Ohio against...
That's, I want to
Is it
say...
No, Bowling Green's on
yeah,
bye.
I want to say that's Western Michigan?
Okay, we're going to
Is
say
that Western Michigan? I'm very bad. I definitely recognize the logo.
Yeah, you'd think I'd remember them by now.
It's Western Michigan. Let's go.
Then we have Kent State against Michigan.
Miami, think that's Miami.
Miami. And then Bowling Green is on a bye. Thank you, Bowling Green, for having the initials of your name in your logo. And then I believe that is EMU is against NU. Akron against Buffalo. CMU against NIU, I believe. So that is the matches for this week. But, you know, stick here. We have Ball State versus Toledo for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't got to say anything else. I mean, what things are you expecting to see today?
Well, I have just received word, I believe, that Toledo has not won a match yet.
Ooh,
so my expectations are a probable Ball State 3-0, but like I have said, you never know. Things can take, NEU has so far, I believe, been the only team to get even a game off on Ball State, a map. So, you never know what you could see. It's very unpredictable in Overwatch. Yeah. But my predictions would be a Ball State 3-0. And speaking of, if you have any predictions, if you agree.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, especially now, haven't won a game yet, going up against the team who hasn't lost a game yet. Just not a good mix,
No, it's just not the best thing that you want to hear if you are a team that is yet to win. Speaking of an undefeated team, I guess we can get into our roster graphic. Yes.
Here we go. Starting from the left side of the screen, we got Ghost, Droid, Ada, Ravenstrider. I'd always want to say I know it's Yakster, but my immediate reaction is always to go Yakster. I don't know why. Spencer, 41, and Alphabet. Obviously, we got not all of them going to be playing tonight.
No.
But, pretty stacked roster.
Yeah, it is pretty stacked. I guess if you want to, you see all those people and Overwatch is only a 5v5. Ada is our coach. Raven Strider is a sub. And then I know that Yakster and Alphabet will take turns, so they will. If we're doing dual flex support, that's when you'll see Spencer and Alphabet, and when you're doing a main support and a flex support, you'll see Spencer and Yakster in, and everyone else is just main DPS, flex DPS tank. That fills out the rest of the roles. We also have a graphic for the Toledo roster, which once that is pulled up, we will run you right through their names as well. I always like looking at the names of the other schools. Yes, so we have AFox16. Oh my. Skylights. SD457. Sound Dumb. Even though, they don't have the 2 Ds there. Yugi, Pharaoh, and Drew.
I love every school has just 3 or 4 of I would say pretty basic gamer tags, and then there's just at least one guy with SD457.
And then there's always one who is just their name.
Yeah, I
Drew.
love that. Yeah,
kind of like Spencer. We have
Spencer.
Imagine if
we got Raven Strider.
We have Raven Strider, and then we have we have every school has the unique names. It can be pretty funny. So I'm glad to see what they have. Some of those names too. Casting those names is so difficult sometimes.
Oh yeah. Whenever I see someone with a weird gamer tag, I'd most likely would just be Tracer or whatever character they're playing.
Yeah, it's well, great. Now I have to try and say that, which is going to be really difficult.
But let's talk about a little bit about the other streams we have coming up. So we have 3 Overwatch streams next week, which is, I believe, a new record.
You've heard of doubleheader, triple header this week.
We got Monday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night. Monday night, we're going against Ohio. Tuesday night, we're going against U Buffalo. And Thursday night, we're going against WMU, which all will be fun games as well. Yeah,
they're all fun. You gotta love Overwatch, because even a boring game of Overwatch is still pretty fun.
It's so fast paced.
It's just there's so much going on all the time. That's kind of what makes it really, really fun. So it's boring games of other games might not be as exciting. But Overwatch always bringing you the excitement that you want.
Yeah, and Overwatch, I think it's only boring if you're burnt out on it.
Yeah,
it's Overwatch has more characters than they should have by this point. They got so many new abilities they just added recently. We'll see the perk system, which is the newest update to Overwatch, which allows characters to upgrade their abilities twice throughout the match. They get 2 options for each upgrade. which is very new to Overwatch.
Yeah, it kind of changes things a lot.
Up until this point, Overwatch has been the abilities you got are the abilities you have, and they don't change. Like, unless like an update happens. But like this perk system now completely is gonna throw a wrench into the system, and I'm excited to see like how the pros are gonna play around it, and I wonder if it's gonna influence like character decisions, or map choices. But I guess we'll see.
Is there a perk that makes a really, really bad character really, really good? This kind of thing. And like that, I don't know. And could that happen maybe even in the future? Because some of the perks are probably, they're new. There's probably going to be some that need tweaks. I'm sure that some of them are super. Apologies, I have not learned all of the perks and memorized all of them. We are college students.
I think it would be impossible to learn all of them because I'm going to take a rough estimate of how many characters I think are in the game. I'm just going to say like 35.
Yeah.
That's like I think a good amount. 35 with 4 abilities, extra abilities that they gain, and each with individual names and abilities. Like that's a lot.
Yeah,
that is a lot.
I just heard there's 42.
There's 42.
42 times 4.
That's
Anyone
like
got quick maths?
That's like probably more
168.
I can't help you. I'm horrible at math. But that's probably like more characters than like characters in League. Like,
yeah, honestly, yeah. So there's just so many perks, and it's like obviously it's amazing that like our players definitely know them. They know them.
Oh yeah.
Probably more for the characters that they actually play than anyone else. But like me, I do not know all of them. Like, sorry, I don't know like Lifeweaver's perks because no one plays Lifeweaver.
Yeah. If you're a Lifeweaver fan, I'm sorry, you're probably not going to see any of him today.
Yeah,
but
I would say that about if you're a Mercy fan, but this week has changed my opinions. Mercy was very popular earlier this week, so I guess you never know.
Mercy, I feel always like fluctuates. Like
it's like there are some people that are just die-hard Mercy players, but some of them are like really, really good at like they have like amazing movement and stuff. But it's just like her healing output is just so low, and only being able to heal one at a time. Why?
Yeah. Was good in Overwatch 1. But
yeah, exactly. That's kind of like what we were mentioning on Tuesday, is that Mercy was very good in Overwatch 1. I also have heard that we can talk about some of the top 5 teams. So I think we are actually playing one of them next week, which is WMU. We have, I don't remember all of the ones that were listed to me. NEU was one of them. We have beat them. And I believe Miami, Ohio might have been one of them. We beat them. But yeah, so the top 5 teams, I know that we are the only undefeated one, and I'm pretty sure we're number 1 because we are the only undefeated team. So to be number 1, that's pretty cool. So it's like, only undefeated team in the entire list, in the entire series. I know that for a fact because it was NEU. And it was us and NEU, and then we beat NEU. So, pretty crazy. Both of our Overwatch and League of Legends teams having undefeated seasons right now. It's actually insane.
It is. That's so crazy. Just like, I feel like Ball State just always, no matter what, when I'm here, I'm like, how we doing? Everyone's like, oh, we're doing good.
Yeah, the nice part I love about it is it's all of our teams. It's like all of the teams are doing good. Rocket League's doing really good right now. Obviously, CRL happened. We talked about a lot of that on Tuesday. Placed second in the tournament, qualified for Nationals, 5th seed, beat Northwood. That was a really good day.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't know as much about Valorant. Sorry, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they are doing pretty well, though, just in their ECAC stuff. And then, Overwatch and League of Legends in their ESC seasons, undefeated. It's pretty amazing. I did also want to, I forgot I wanted to mention this. We, Counter-Strike 2 won yesterday because the other team forfeit. But we were gonna stream it, and I felt really, really bad that we couldn't stream it because the team captain of the CS2 stream was really excited to have it streamed. So shout out to him. Very dedicated individual, very dedicated team. Sadly, we couldn't get it streamed, but good job on the win.
Yeah. CS players are maybe one of the most dedicated fan bases.
Oh yeah, especially because because Valve shows them no love. They are a very dedicated player base, and that is some of our club teams are very dedicated teams. That's why Yeah, I was sad we couldn't stream it, but there's the recognition. Hopefully we can stream one eventually.
Yeah, we just gotta find a team that will forfeit.
Please, just play our team. That's all we want. But yeah, so I guess if we're just waiting to get in the game, any interest in playing the Wordle?
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go. Let's pull up the Wordle.
Yeah.
Wordle. This is actually all we're going to commentate for the entire stream.
Yeah,
we're not going to... No Overwatch.
Overwatch has
Wordle.
actually been canceled, and we're only doing Wordle today because, I mean, like we said definitely earlier, Overwatch is, like, boring, so it's Wordle time.
Yeah. Why would you play Overwatch when you could just play Wordle?
Just play Wordle? Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So, do we have a first word? Are you a Wordle aficionado?
I used to be.
I had a phase where I was really into it also.
I'm still in my family group chat with where my parents and like a couple other people in my family like still post their Wordles every day, and occasionally I'll hop in. But no, I haven't played Wordle in a while. I know when I was playing a lot, I always started with the word irate.
You can start with that. That's a good one to start with. Get 3 vowels in there. Okay.
Okay.
W start.
Hey, looks like we ate.
Yeah. So, so A's got to be somewhere in there. So I'm assuming since it's not there, it's probably the second one, maybe.
I think so too.
I'm thinking like something ALTE or something. But there's normally those words have like 2 L's, like battle or something. But
yeah, now this is the part of the world where I'm worst at. Was is like actually thinking of real words that fit there.
It's pretty hard.
I will think of so many words that I'll be like, yeah, this word doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like I could have swear. I could swear that's a real word.
It's a real word. New York Times, you're wrong. It's a real word. So like,
man, I'm blanking.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
I already don't know. I just feel like it is something ALTE, but also is that a possibility? Because we have T and we have E, and A can't go there. So A is either, we know that A is either the first or second one. What is a word that like starts with A and ends in TE?
That's what I'm thinking of. Like I can't think of any.
What is a word that starts with A? Words that start with A in general. I mean, some people like to look around. We don't have any help around with sometimes some of our sim racers will.
Anyone from the University of Toledo want to help us with this
Wordle? All
Wordle?
the people behind the camera that are definitely still there. Toledo. Okay.
If you want, we could do like a word to try and get more letters.
Yeah, we could try that.
But if we want to get in 2,
I know it's possible. Malt.
That would work either.
Okay, I have a feeling that A is the first one.
Okay.
I feel like, I don't know why. Like A, B, A is. Okay, we're probably gonna need to hurry it up. We have heard, but we are so bad at this game. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. Do you want to just send a word?
Let's do a word for letters, I guess. Then
we can do cloud.
Let's go cloud. Cloud
for letters.
Cloud strife.
Okay. Wow. Not great. Yeah. So okay, we know that there's no more vowels. Anyone in the back room have any ideas? Any pro Wordle players in the back? I guess you could try to send a do. We could try that. Maybe we can get the position. We'll know where A is then. Okay, so A has to be in the second slot then.
Yeah. Okay. What would it start with then?
B. I don't know why I'm thinking B.
Here, wait. just like type in BA.
Yeah, BA.
What I like to do sometimes is I'll do if I'm in a situation like this, like I don't know the last letter, I just go like B, like I'll do like BA like XTE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not as like a word, like as in like the X is a place marker. Like, okay, I need to think of a letter for right here, but I can still add the TE.
Based. Try S. Wait.
Wait,
okay.
paste.
Paste. Try
paste.
P. Yeah. STE. Paste. Okay. It's okay. Work. Haste. Try haste.
It's gotta be
Minecraft enchantment. Are we serious?
We
chat?
got one guess left.
How does this happen? Waste. It's got to be waste, right? It's got to be that. It's not.
Wait.
Based. I was right the first time. No, I should have just done it. I thought it was based. I retire.
That to me sounds like a word I'd be like, that's not gonna be in there. Like the one time I'm like, why would they have based? But that's just all the brain rot.
I just didn't think it was like, I don't know why I wasn't thinking it was like, I was thinking it like wasn't a word.
It's like,
this is the most disappointed I've ever been.
These are the worst Wordle words where it's like, you can just put a different letter
like
in one spot and it's like wrong.
Yeah, like
wrong,
if I wouldn't have thought based, I wouldn't even have been that upset because it's like, okay, paste, waste. I mean, like so many words that end in ASTE.
I think of like all three of those words before I think of based. If I were to think of, I mean, we clearly.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, we saw that it was that, and I was thinking, oh, maybe it's based because we were talking about B, and then we were like, oh, but surely it's paste, or surely it's a waste.
Yeah.
More common words. What even is based? Is that like where it's like you're cooking a steak and you like do the thing with the spoon and the butter?
Maybe it's
any
like
chefs in the chat.
Maybe it's it could. Sorry, I stuttered just a lot there for no reason. It could be like based out of. Let's see.
Maybe based, or like based. That's based. That's not how you actually saw that.
That's the based I think of. That's when like my brain rot was like that's not a word.
Yeah, no, it's based. Based is not based. Like that's not the word that. That's unfortunate.
Do better, Wordle. Do better.
Yeah, come on, Wordle.
Think of better 5-letter words.
It's your fault, Wordle. It's your fault. It's your fault that we did not get it right. My gosh, I should have just went with my gut, but I was so sure it was paste. That's a rip in the chat. Yeah. So I was heard that we maybe were almost getting in the game. Didn't seem like that. Maybe it was just not actual. Sometimes it's hard to tell because there's also like a lot. So like I remember last stream we had a time where they had like we cut to the start of the game like 3 times because they just kept having technical problems at the start of the game.
Yeah. That is always the worst.
Yeah.
But what are like just some predictions? Or like let's talk about like maps. Like what maps do you think we can see today?
Well, I know that we'll probably see either Suravasa or that other one. Oh, sweet. We don't have to predict. Okay, starting with Lijiang Tower. We have seen this one a lot. What's your opinion on Lijiang Tower?
I think Lijiang Tower is like all right.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, not my least favorite.
I feel exactly like I when I see Lijiang Tower, I'm not like but I'm also just kind of like I'd rather it be something else.
I will say it also kind of depends on like which like Lijiang Tower I'm at. Like with the first one we saw with the actual like tower, like that's probably maybe my least favorite one.
Yeah, because especially if you're playing against like a Lucio or a Hog. Yeah. All right, we are into game. I guess we could hopefully see. I like to, as the color, try to predict what we're going to see with some of the lineups here, but they like to do troll picks a lot, which messes up my predictions. But I'm assuming, yes, this was kind of what I was sort of predicting, is that Yixer is obviously going to be on Lucio. Spencer, we could see either Kiri or Bap from him. We're seeing Bap right now. We have seen Droid play a lot of Zarya. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Droid play something on Dive, but in this first point of Lijiang Tower, you do a lot of Brawl. Ghost, of course, on Sojourn. Bordy on Torb. Sometimes we do see Ghost on Torb, and as Spencer, it goes for the Troll Mercy pick. Or maybe I'm wrong, and Mercy is just amazing now as they make their way to points.
Yeah, and well, both Ball State and Toledo switching off a fair right at the start. Toledo going for Brigitte instead. But Ball State going to get on the point pretty quickly here. just able to keep their ground. Ghost gonna try and get a bit of damage off from the side while everyone's team fighting, but nothing so far. Oh, but then Bordy gets 2 kills, or 1 kill with a dash, followed by another, and suddenly Ball State's just running in. Oh my gosh, Spencer.
Yeah, very quick team kill there. It kind of all started with Bordy's first pick, and immediately they're just down 1 person, and they just gain so much ground, push everyone away. And unfortunately for Toledo there, they all fell, and then it just allows Ball State to get that first cap. But, you know, everyone's making their way back to point now, so let's see what Toledo can do about it.
Already seeing some character switches from Toledo here as Droid gets a kill, and already at a 5-player kill streak, and already Ball State's like up pretty much to Toledo spawn, which now you don't really see much on this part of Lijiang Tower. I mean, this one's pretty small, a little bit more compact, so to push up kind of this far is a big flex from Ball State, I will say. But, I mean, it's a good point to hold. I mean, as you can see, they just pretty much got this very tiny doorway they all got to filter through unless they want to go from the outside. But not all characters can go from the outside. Bordy going in. Few fall from Droid and Ghost. Bordy gets one himself. And just like that, another team fight win
Toledo,
for Ball State.
With that last team fight, kind of what I saw was maybe Furlapa, or however you pronounce that name, Furlape, pushing in a little bit early as Ghost, you know, fires off the rail, pushing in a little early, overcommitting and dying, and kind of losing the momentum when your brawl tank dies. And now Ball State is just forcing them back, and yeah, it's going to be really hard for Toledo to make ground with 73% already capped for Ball State.
Yes, already up to 80%. Got the Zarya ult comes out, Bordy gets a few kills, gonna get his ult as well, but I don't think ult's really. I don't think Ball State's too worried about their ults and using them right now. Already at 90%, still holding this doorway point here. See Lucio come around the side as Spencer uses his ult. Bordy uses his as well, gets a kill, and yeah, Feral Ape trying to get to point there to try and touch, but nothing you could really do.
Yeah, I really liked that Juno alt placement, like right there, just kind of allowing him to fly and hold a weird off angle as Juno. I've never actually seen that. That was very cool and interesting to see. Yeah, very dominant showing by Ball State, just forcing Toledo all the way back in the spawn, not even letting them leave their spawn. And I don't really know exactly what Toledo could have done, to be honest. They tried mirroring. I mean, maybe if you're getting that much pressure by Zarya, maybe try switching to Rhine. If we see Ramatra right now, that's not a terrible pick, but one thing that is kind of bad with Ramatra is when you activate the, as I like to call it, big guy mode, you can't, like, you have to punch the Zarya bubble if she uses it on herself, giving Zarya more charge. So I don't know if Ram is the best pick, but it's surely wow.
Ghost. Feel that pick on Super Ninja right there. Bordy going after, gets a kill on, gets 2 kills, actually 3 kills, going for a 4th, gets it.
Bordy. Wow.
Man. Yeah, Bordy popping off already. And Ball State gonna get the point right at the start again. I wonder if they're gonna try and push up near to Toledo spawn, but right now seems they're just holding point right now. Ghost going for a few more picks, gonna get some damage in, some nice damage in, but no deaths right now.
Yeah, not really much going on. I don't really know what Toledo needs exactly to change. Bordy is just really disrupting the back line, and it's causing Toledo to struggle. It's making them use their cooldowns, and also in that last fight, you see that early pick from Ghost, and you see another one right there. The Ramatra's down. This team fight is almost essentially over because they've lost their brawl tank, and everyone's just gonna fall. So I don't really know what we're seeing here because the Moira was still alive, so I kind of have the feeling that Bordy disrupting the backline is just distracting them from actually getting heals as a nice bait from Bordy there onto the Mei. But yeah, it's just they're kind of Bordy's doing a good job of disrupting the backline and not allowing the healers to actually keep the tank alive, keep everyone alive on Toledo, and it's what's causing them to lose these fights because they're just losing a essential player like their main DPS or their tank or one of their supports, and yeah, that's just not what you want to see.
See a different angle from Toledo. Droid getting low as Ramatra gets low as well, but Paralife going to fall. Brody gets a kill off screen. Ghost going for some more picks as he uses his ult, but team fight is over, and Ball State already about to take the second point for Lijiang Tower at 80%.
I feel like what Toledo needs here is a dive. They really, I think they could use someone, not even a dive tank. Like Ramatra, like I said, isn't the worst pick, but someone like a Genji, someone like a Genji really is the answer, just to disrupt the backline.
Out, Droid getting a kill. Bordy using his ult as well. Gets a few kills.
Wow. Ooh. And that's first cap. Well,
yeah.
That's not first cap. That's the match. That's the game, not the match. That's the game. Yeah. I definitely. Ooh, that was an interesting little fade there. I think that Genji would have helped there. I don't know. It was.
I can see Genji would have helped. I can see maybe you're already losing, not wanting to go Genji against a Zarya.
Yeah, I see. It's kind of that's the thing. Is you don't. Genji isn't the perfect thing. It was just something to try and maybe disrupt the healer, because even that moment when we saw Droid get low, he received healing pretty fast. So the healers of Ball State are very comfortable right now. They are just getting a ton of healing and not letting their Droid go down. I don't even know if I saw a Ball State death. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm sure maybe someone surely died. But I think that maybe Toledo should have tried some sort of dive count, because Ball State was just playing such a heavy brawl with Zarya, and when you play Ramatra, like I said, you have to punch the Zarya bubble when you're in big guy mode, as I like to call it, which is kind of how Ramatra's hybrid between poke and brawl works. He has the big guy mode. I just don't think it's the best pick, in my personal opinion, as a person who has played a lot of tank. I would have just picked Rhine, who would have disrupted Zarya a lot, used the shield, but we have Numbani next.
Numbani. I always forget about this map. I don't know why.
But it's it's Orissa's map.
It's Orissa's map. I remember when this map came out.
Yeah.
This was, I loved Orissa when she first came out. And I've gone through my changes of Orissa and my like and dislikes about her, but
yeah, that's fair enough. I have definitely played my fair share of Orisa, and one thing about Numbani, that first area, that high ground spot right up there, heaven, that spot for the attackers, I feel so bad, and I do believe is Toledo on attack?
I believe so.
I believe they're on attack. Yeah.
Ooh, we're getting that Droid Winston pick, that dive pick.
Droid loves himself Winston on this map. He has played a lot of Winston on this map. And Ghost on the Ashe. Yeah, Bordy on Tracer. You know how good Bordy is on Tracer. And we have Alphabet in, so we're doing that dual flex support lineup. This is such a fun map to play Ana on. I have mentioned this before, my tank to support player arc. But yes, Ana is my character of choice nowadays. And Ana on this map is really strong. And I just know that Ball State is going to be using this high ground and Winston's mobility to really take advantage of this defense, which is what I believe they're doing. Yeah, they're defending. Sorry, I'm blind, apparently. They are defending, yes.
We're also pretty different for Toledo, their character choices.
Yeah.
Only the May is the only character I believe that they kept, but Ball State just holding this high ground point here. This is what you want to do on Numbani. I mean, Droid getting some shots off. Gonna hear that Roadhog. Gonna see him, but decide not to go for him. Gonna go dive from behind. May gets low, but gonna have to back off. They're on. Toledo on point. Ghost. Ooh, the kill onto the May there. Tries to go for Kiriko, but Kiriko teleports away. Ooh, gets May. And now Toledo just has to back off. Got one or two good picks on there. Can't really do much. Backed up into this little tiny room here. And there's Ball State's just gonna keep on point.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate for Toledo that this happened to be the game that we throw Alphabet in, because now we have that ante for the Roadhog. They do have a Kiri, which is very nice that they went out with a Kiri to stop that ante. Now, what that Kiri needs to be doing is only using her Suzu on the Roadhog, because don't waste it, because Roadhog is basically useless, like I said, just like that when he gets anteed.
Alphabet Offspring gets 3 kills on Super Ninja. I cannot read that.
No, too long of names for trying to read it that fast. But
Ghost gets another kill off screen, and we got just under 2:30 left. And so far, not a single thing captured by Toledo right now. Ghost spots out the Mei, sees the Roadhog as well, and also has their ult. So does Spencer. Spencer just staring at the ground, it looks like.
Maybe he's planning something. We don't know.
Maybe he's like Daredevil. He's like, closed his eyes.
I hear them.
I see you. But Droid, thinking about maybe going from behind, but sees all of Toledo backed up right over here in this corner. 40 and Spencer both getting a kill. And suddenly, we're kind of Toledo's back in that same scenario they were last team fight. Droid gets a kill on the Kiriko ops. Ooh, Bordy. Bordy getting killed, getting hooked, unfortunately, but...
Venture. Venture. Venture, what happened? Maybe they just wanted to, maybe so they could regroup with their team. Yeah, Toledo, when you're playing this type of brawl comp with Roadhog, there it is, they're not doing an amazing job of staying together right now, and I think that's just because Ball State is forcing them to be separated with the Winston pick.
Yeah.
And now Ball State has 4 ults. Luckily for Toledo, they have 2 support ults, but yeah, this is going to be a scary team fight for them with 4 Ball State ults and the Winston ult comes out.
Already gets one, getting the Ana. Roadhog uses his to get Droid as well, but Bordy gets a kill onto Kiriko right there before getting that health pack. They're on point right now. Toledo is on point. Might get the first the quarter, I guess, of the circle, but no, Ball State is able to push them off as Bordy right now getting 2 nice kills, and only 40 seconds left for Toledo here. They're going to have to make a quick and tough play if they want to try and get this objective. I mean, and they were so close right there.
Yeah, that's just the power of this support comp right here. I mean, even without a tank, they were able to push back Toledo with the power of the anti onto Roadhog there.
Bob comes out. Bordy gets a kill. Bordy gets 2 kills off screen. And yeah, Ball State is doing just a really good job at picking off Toledo's teammates. Venture's on point, but I mean, they're the only one there. And Ball State gonna take first point of Nubani. Ooh, was Ghost.
Yeah,
I just shot right there.
That was an amazing shot. I would definitely say of this specific moment right here on this defense round, I would say the healers were definitely the MVP of that. Spencer and Alphabet. That was just, I mean, even when the Droid did fall to the Roadhog ult, they managed to use their cooldowns perfectly to keep the team alive and also push back the Roadhog. So that was very, very good from them. I don't really know if Roadhog is the play. I mean, I guess it's not a bad pick, especially because I have Kiri. It's not working, and I don't really know. I guess, what would you play into a Winston if you're a tank player?
I don't know.
It's hard.
It is really hard. Like,
I guess my logic would be, if I wasn't, I would probably just stick with Brawl and try to force the tank to overextend. But Droid just isn't overextending, so it's just not working out for them. I do like the Reaper pick, if that doesn't get changed. Yeah, I do like the Reaper pick. It's if you're gonna go Brawl, commit to Brawl. Junkrat, a little questionable. Don't know how I feel about Junkrat in the Big 2-5, but not terrible picks there. Of course, we're going to see a kind of similar lineup for Ball State. Ghost's going to be on the Widow to try to get the early picks. We get to see Bordy on a flying character. You're going to see some amazing Echo movement. Definitely Juno coming out as well. A little bit different for Ball State, but overall the same kind of idea.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much for both Ball State and Toledo. I do also like the Reaper pick. I think that's going to try. That's their answer for Winston. Or at least that's what I'm assuming it is.
Yeah.
But Droid gonna jump onto point, already on point in a few couple seconds. Ball State, or not Ball State, Toledo gonna just surround him as he's the only one on point. But he's able to dive out as the rest of Ball State's able to just quickly catch up to him here. And already Toledo, I mean, they can't get the Echo in the air with that Roadhog. And Roadhog falls. Alphabet and Spencer both getting a kill, and just like that, Ball State.
So, yeah. So I think that Reaper was definitely the right pick, but I just don't think Junkrat was. I mean, we saw how quickly Junkrat died to Echo there. Junkrat it's just not very good. I mean, he's not bad. He has his moments where he can work. But
against Ball State,
and against Ball State and against in a brawl comp, Junkrat can play very nice poke because he can shoot very far. He has a lot of range with his grenade launcher. But I just don't really know how I felt about maybe a Sojourn.
Sojourn would have been great.
Because you kind of almost had 2 flex supports there. Is Reaper technically not flex support? 2 flex DPS. Is Reaper technically a flex DPS? Not exactly. But when you play him kind of like you are one, I think you needed a Soj for more consistent damage output onto everyone but the tank, and let the Reaper take care of the tank.
Yeah.
That would be what I would do. And we do have the next map, which is going to be new City? I can't remember the name of the map.
I think it's City.
City?
But
I don't know.
Yeah, going more off the Junkrat pick, I also don't think Junkrat's the best pick.
No.
I mean, even looking at the team comps, Junkrat versus Echo is atrocious.
Yeah, yes. You saw how quickly the Junkrat died to Echo. It was almost immediate.
Junkrat versus a Sojourn or an Ashe is also atrocious. Which is all the characters that Ball State likes to play are bad for Junkrat.
Yeah.
So just picking him an option could work, but like you said, I don't think it was the right choice.
Yeah.
But I mean, now we're in New Junk City. I mean, it's Junkrat's home.
Yeah. How many?
Well, was his home? I think it gets Lori gets kicked out.
Lori gets kicked out. It's a whole thing. Look at the YouTube channel of Overwatch. You can see some stuff.
Yeah, they've also given up on the story.
Yeah, they've given up on the story. Sadly, it's so good, but they've given up on it. Doom 1v1 for Boy in chat. Okay, so just saying, if Droid sticks on ball here, this is officially the best day of my life. I love myself some Wrecking Ball. He is my most honored character in the whole game. I'm just so sad about how bad he always is. He's gotten better, but he's just still not great. I hope that he's actually kind of playing decent. We do see Yakester in, and Spencer is going to be on Ana, so we're going to see some nice Lucio. And it looks like Droid is sticking ball.
As long as Super Ninja is also sticking with Doom, they're just letting Droid go first, it looks like. Very interesting tactic right now. But we're also seeing the Toledo's return of the Junkrat. And a Junkrat, Bordy going Junkrat for Ball State. So,
what's happening? This is a little weird.
And
I mean, Junkrat isn't as bad on this map.
I think, they sent Bordy so they could mirror Toledo's team comp. Because they've switched to Sombra, and the Bordy switched to Doom.
So, essentially, this is, I think, a little bit of... I don't know if this was agreed on in chat, but this might be a little bit of Ball State trolling here to mirror the team comp of Toledo and try and beat them with it. And
so far, it's working out. Droid getting that kill onto Skylights. Ghost scouting things out with the invisible Sombra. And they're gonna Ball State's just gonna push up here, which I think is a pretty good play for them. I mean, stops Toledo from getting onto point, gets maybe a few more kills here. I mean, with how they've been playing, I don't think they have anything too much to worry about. But yeah, just people are just kind of just jumping around to each other.
Not much really going on. A little bit of fighting between the Doomfists as Droid takes a bit of damage. Gonna kind of back up. Yeah, managed to get the pick there. Bordy. Okay, one thing I will definitely say about this is Bordy is definitely playing Junkrat correctly. If you're gonna play Junkrat, you don't really want to play Brawl. Junkrat can be all up in your face if you want him to, with his C4s and stuff, but he's definitely a poke character, and you just see the bombs coming out of nowhere and people just falling to the Junkrat. That's definitely how I would do it, as it looks like Ball State is going to approach this first point here and gonna quickly move on to the next as its flashpoint.
Yeah, Super Ninja trying to hold this, but gonna fall to Bordy, which, as you've been saying, doing great on that Junkrat here. We also did see Utility did get a bit of that first point, which is pretty good for them right now. Gonna try and go for the second, get a little bit more, but Ball State already on point. It's gonna be hard for them to take it, because I mean, I don't think Utility has taken a point from Ball State.
I think that was the first time they actually captured a point and got some percentage on. Yeah. But, you know, when you're going up against an undefeated team, it can be tough. Droid is taking a lot of damage, though. I want to back up. Oh, goes to the ult.
Gonna ult. Super Ninja in the Junkrat trap and hacked. But 40 gonna get a kill, and Yexter soon follows, which just leaves the point open. No one is even on point right now. They're just going after kills right now. Ghost going after the supports right here. Just gonna push them back. And someone finally is gonna cap point for Ball State here.
Yeah, just not really a lot going on. Just some little fighting here. I think that, just playing...
Ghost falls. But still, I mean, Ghost falls, but no one else for Ball State's fallen. It's just Toledo. Which is the one problem I think Toledo's having. I mean, like, I feel like once Ball State gets a pick,
it's just
it starts to fall apart for Toledo. But
I would agree. Yeah, there's not a lot of color to talk about because, you know, they're playing the same lineup. But yes, I would agree with you. The second someone falls for Toledo, it's almost like the fight's immediately over. We did see something there with Bordy using kind of the C-Force to play more brawl.
Out. I believe that is Ball State. Spencer pops his ult and gets a kill onto the Junkrat there. Gonna get surprised by the Doom. Ghost teleports away, so does Spencer. But, yeah, if they get the kill onto the Doomfist as the opposing Sombra tries to hack them with the ult, but as Ghost falls to the Junkrat trap. But, no, still not going to work out too much for Toledo. Another Doom ult. Going to just back up, stay with the team. Brigitte ult coming out. And Super Ninja just trying to dive in the backline, uses his ult here, but just not able to disrupt Ball State as they got the second point there. Ghost already, I believe, on the third point, if I'm correct. And just backing Super Ninja up into a corner, taking him away from all his teammates. He's going to try to escape, but Droid's right on him until he decides to give up. But, yeah, we hear the Junkrat ult come out. Don't know which side that was on.
It looks like it was on Toledo using their Junkrat ult. I don't think they got anything with it. Another thing I would like to say, I mainly think with Toledo, I think that one of the problems is I don't know if they're using their ults to the best of it. We've seen a few Ball State ults not have anything come of it, but I think we've seen that with, especially this game specifically. In the past, we saw some good ults there, like the Roadhog ult to counter the Winston ult, but so far this game has not had the best ults from them.
Yeah, Droid with that punch, just jump, follow through. Nice and clean. Brody, on low, fighting Super Ninja, but with a little help from Yexter, gonna take him down. Yexter doing really well so far this game. And already Ball State's taking the third point.
Yeah,
this could be it.
It could very much be it. I know one thing that we have definitely also seen. I'm pretty confident that Droid has said before that Doomfist is one of his favorite characters to play in the game. So that could also be why we're seeing a bit of a Doomfist 1v1 very much in the favor of Droid.
One punch, and he gets them all. Oh my god, or at least a 3K as he gets a fourth as Brody off screen gets the kill on Super Ninja there.
Yeah. But wow.
Yeah, wow is pretty much all you can say to that.
What a play. Doomfist is just one character that I've never been able to wrap my head around. I've never been a Doomfist player. What is Spencer doing?
I used to be a good Doomfist player, but not anymore.
I just can't. I've never been able to wrap my head around his mechanics and just how he plays.
A nice Sombra ult comes in there for Droid. Spencer and Brody all getting kills respectively. Droid getting another 3K there. Just going to use his ult because, I mean, it's 95%. There's no way Toledo's going to be able to touch point here. And there we go. Another Ball State win.
Yeah, that was pretty much utter domination by Ball State, especially, considering they mirrored their team comp, and I think Droid had like a 25-player kill streak at one point. He didn't die that much. So,
I don't know if Droid did die.
I don't know if he did. No interview, it seems, sadly. I do enjoy some interviews. But GG's Toledo. It is hard when you're a 0-win team going up against a no-win team like Ball State. It's not, worth it to just, try to like say a ton of things. It's just Ball State's a very good team, and Toledo is, working some things out, trying to get a little bit better here. I'm sure that they hopefully have a better season continuing off of today. But yeah, just very well played by Ball State, and just these team comps that they do. It's almost like it's always the right comp.
Yeah, but I think Ball State is kind of just like a hive mind.
Yeah,
like every
agree,
player,
yes.
I think, even if they don't say it, has the ability to just communicate with everyone just by thought, just being like, oh yeah, by the way, there's Sombra behind you, but no words are spoken.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, they are so aware, and like you can tell that they have played together so much that they just are like, they know that. And like the team comps, I'm sure that I'm pretty sure Ada comes up with a lot of the team comps. Don't quote me, but Ada, the coach, I know he helps.
I fully thought you said Anna.
Oh,
so
no.
I was like,
Anna, the
Overwatch
Overwatch
Anna's a pretty good character. Like,
yeah. But I do know that like they a lot of the team comps that Ball State tends to run, they just like they don't switch that much.
Yeah.
They don't need to, because they run the correct comp the first time, unless a team like, we saw a lot of switching with like NEU and Miami, Ohio, but like they are so confident in their comps that they don't really feel the need to switch, and they force the other team to always feel like they have to switch. And that state in Overwatch where it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm getting rolled, I don't know who to switch to, and it's just especially for the tank player. Respect to all the tank players out there.
Yeah, it's the tank drought has been.
It's rough for tank players.
Has been rough.
That's actually why I switched. It's so much pressure on the tank role. I'm sure that the Toledo tank player felt a lot of pressure, because you feel like you take a lot of the pressure of getting. Just not being able to win, not being able to beat the tank. It can be rough, and it's hard to find a counter all the time, because like counter swapping is so prevalent. But like sometimes it's not always the tank that needs to be the one to counter swap, and a lot of people don't know that. Sometimes the DPS can counter the tank too. Crazy thought.
Yeah, Overwatch is just a big game of rock, paper, and scissors, and you just gotta know like the matchups.
Yeah.
Who goes well against who.
It is, and that is kind of one thing I think they're trying to fix with perks. But I know we interviewed Alphabet on Tuesday, and he's like, I don't think the way that the game is inherently designed is just like some characters counter other characters. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Sombra absolutely nerfs ball to the ground. Orisa against Rhine. It's really hard to play Rhine into Orisa. It's really hard to play certain other characters. But
we were talking earlier, like Junkrat into Echo and
Junkrat into Echo, Pharah and Mercy into Ashe. A lot of people. Ashe is very good, but
Ashe is really good.
It's just hard to like try and find that right thing, and Ball State just comes out with the right comps every time, and that's why they are an undefeated team. They play flawlessly. So yeah, GG's to Toledo, and
GG's to Toledo. Definitely was. I was about to say, definitely was a good game. Good game for Ball State.
It was a good Ball State
not
game.
for Toledo, but I think this is a good opportunity for Toledo. I mean, we definitely we talked about some stuff that we saw that definitely they need to work on. And I think they definitely themselves would have seen it. And they just I think they need to work on more team fighting, getting rid of those picks and heals. And I think that's the main three things.
The early picks are the worst thing that can happen with Overwatch. And I think that it started to happen less. They definitely improved on it. But there was that one pick that I'm just thinking of early on where Ghost got that insane early pick onto one of the Toledo DPS. Yes, and it nerfed the rest of the team fight. But they did get better at it. It's just when you're playing like a team like Ball State, it is very difficult to do. But if we have nothing else to say, you go to sign it off.
Yeah. Well, that has been another Overwatch stream here at Ball State. Once again, I have been one of your casters. I'm Zane, a.k.a. Pokey Penguin.
And I'm Wyatt, a.k.a. Libby Baby. Hi, Mom. I heard you were in chat.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.